So pleased to have with us four-time Olympic medalist Kim Rhode, who literally came from the airport here to the set. Kim, thank you, first of all, for joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
And I got to thank you again for bringing all four of your medals along with you. This is really cool. Wow. So what are we looking at here?
Well, these are the 4 Olympics that I got to compete in and represent the United States. The first one was in 1996 in Atlanta, then Sydney, Athens, and then I competed in international skeet in Beijing, which was my last one. And I just found out about, I don't know, a week ago or so, and I think we announced it, that I made the 2012 team. So hopefully I'll have one more to add to the collection and hopefully do the country proud.
That's awesome. You know, this will be your 5th Olympics.
My 5th. It's some years in between those Olympics.
Does it? I know. Trust me. I understand. I was thinking the other day, I was like, I've been doing radio for 15 years now. How did that happen?
I know. 22 years, I think, or yeah, something like that. 20 years competitively, I think, is something along those lines for me personally.
You were 18.
16.
16.
16 at my first Olympics, and I actually turned 16 or 17 5 days before my event. So it was quite a celebration. And I don't think when I first won what I had really accomplished and how many wonderful things and people that I would be meeting along the way since then, and that it would even grow to this. It's really been life-changing and wouldn't change it for the world. And
I know that one of your passions really is bringing young people into the shooting sports.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, that's the future of our sport. I know growing up in it, starting off, I was the youngest person on the team. Now we have full squads of young, men and women competing, and let me tell you, they're giving me a run for my money, which I think is great. I think is absolutely fantastic, but we definitely need more. So we're seeing a lot of programs, with NRA and SCTP, the Kids in Clay, like a lot of different organizations coming out trying to build that base, because that really is the future.
I agree completely. And we were talking on the show earlier tonight because on the political side of things, you've got gun control groups that are now saying that people should be 25 before they can pick up a firearm, that our brains are still developing and we're too immature to handle a firearm at 16 or 17 or 18. I
would definitely have to disagree with that, being that I went to my first Olympics at 16, I think that's one of the misconceptions about shooting, is the fact that it does teach responsibility. It does teach discipline, focus, things that you will use in your everyday life, things that I have personally taken and contributed to my schooling, to my business, to every aspect of my life. And it initially stemmed from my parents and was carried on into shooting and only developed more and continued so. So it's something that I think that, as long as you have the desire and want to go out and have fun.
I agree. And, again, the programs that you mentioned, I mean, whether it's the Scholastic Clay Target Program, the 4-H shooting sports, JROTC, there's no shortage. I think of programs out there. It's just it's a matter of awareness, and it's a matter of maybe bringing it and starting it in your local community.
Exactly. I know that after this event here at the NRA show, I'm actually going to Nebo, Illinois.
Yeah.
And we're doing a Boy Scout event there, and I'm actually going to be coaching and helping some of the kids and parents. So it's really a grassroots, taking somebody out to the range and introducing them. I mean, that's so simple, but yet such an impact, because they'll go on to teach someone else, and they'll go on to teach someone. So it's really a pyramiding type of effect, and we need more of it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you mentioned that you have made the team for 2012.
Yes.
Is the team set, or have you been named because of your qualification scores?
I've been named because of the points. They went to a new point system this year, and I did really well over the last couple, year and a half, and was able to earn enough points to where it's mathematically impossible for me to be, knock on wood, taken out.
I hate to say this, but you're like the New York Yankees of the shooting sports. I mean, you're just, it's a year before the Olympics, and you're already in. You're already guaranteed a slot.
Last night, I have to say it's really nice not to know or not to have to worry about, if we're going to get tickets or not. I mean, last night we spent about 2 hours or so buying opening ceremony tickets and just, really thinking about the trip, and it's going to be fantastic. I have about 18 people back home that are going to be going with me, and I'm going to have like my own little cheering squad in the stands. That's pretty cool. I'm really, really excited about it, and just honored at that I have so many people behind me and that believe in me.
That is so cool. And does it help, again, knowing that you can now train for the Olympics rather than trying to qualify for the Olympics? Does this help in terms of what you're going to be doing in the shooting that you'll be doing over the next year or so?
I think it does for me personally. I think it allows me to focus on things that maybe before I didn't quite get the opportunity or enough time to do so. Looking at the time change, not having to worry about those tickets and those plane, and trying to, it allows me more time to train as well as to schedule things in advance. So I think it'll really be beneficial and hopefully good for the shooting sports as a whole, because, we definitely need more positive things out there, and that's definitely what I'm trying to do. And with the Olympics and everything else, we're hoping quite a bit for mainstream media and shooting.
I hope so. Because I think we have an opportunity to have a fantastic squad. The stories in the background of the competitors. There are so many great stories from
amazing talent.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. You got John Michael, who is right now, I think, the front runner for men point-wise after winning one of the last World Cups, and he's going to be going on to, I think it's Slovenia, or Marlborough. So, there's some amazing talent with Vinnie Hancock, as well as even some of my other, fellow women who've been really stepping up a notch and, really, bringing it home. So, it's going to be an interesting Olympics. I think we have a really good potential of, doing some sweeping of some events.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. I think so.
All right. Now, for people who don't follow international shooting, obviously everybody's going to be rooting for Team USA. But, what other countries are out there that are, the prime competitors and maybe even some of the individuals that will be giving you a run for the money?
Well, here's an interesting fact about shooting in the Olympics. Actually, we have more countries competing in shooting than any other event in the Olympics. So it's one of the largest, most diverse around the world.
Wow.
So as far as strong countries in my event, we're looking at China. China has a very strong team, as well as, Italy, Sweden, Germany, Russia. There's some really interesting countries right down to some of the islands, So it's going to be, it's always one by one or lost by one. It's never like 2 or 3, which is what you dream of. But it's going to be definitely one of those hair-raising, events,
right.
if you know what I mean.
Right. All right, so now you and your medals are going to be around the annual meeting this weekend. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at the Winchester booth from about 10 to noon, and then at the Otis booth from 1 to 3.
On
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So you guys should come check them out. You guys are welcome to take a look at them. I'll be signing autographs and just meeting and greeting people. Some of my, fellow Americans, which I love, fellow shooters, should I say.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Kim, thank you for stopping by. I don't even think you've gone to the hotel yet, so we'll let you get settled in. I hope that we get a chance to see you again this weekend, but it's great seeing you, and welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you so much.
Kim Rhode, a 4-time Olympic medalist, joining us here on the program.